Rage, fury and an underlying bitterness mixed with complex collusions and team order orchestrations were all displayed in an extraordinary Formula E title decider at XL London. Pascal Wehrlein ultimately took his second world title, but it came via a volley of recrimination and bad blood between chiefly Wehrlein and his former Porsche teammate Antonio Felix da Costa, but also Gen 3 on-track nemesis Jake Dennis. While there were several end-of-era story arcs in London, including the final Gen 3 race, the last to take place at the ExCeL before a move to Brands Hatch in 2027, it was a bubbling old hostility that the event will always be remembered for. 9 drivers went into the double-header decider as mathematical championship contenders, but after Wehrlein had waltzed to an easy win on Saturday that moved him back into the championship lead, the title came down to the Porsche ace, Andretti driver Dennis, and outside hopeful Mitch Evans. Yet it was Evans' Jaguar teammate da Costa who would prove to be Wehrlein's irritating nemesis once again, as he was deployed to act as a spoiler and get among the Porsche factory and customer cars in the finale, a role da Costa fulfilled to great effect. The origins of Wehrlein and da Costa's antipathy stretches back almost 2 years, to when the pair entered their 3rd season together at Porsche. After a reasonably cordial first 2 campaigns together, their final season began with a still not fully explained falling out during a build-up event to the 2024-25 opener in Sao Paulo. The relationship never recovered, with the pair barely speaking afterwards, and effectively ended forever in Berlin last July when they collided needlessly in a free practice shunt. Da Costa got out of his contract with the team early to head for Jaguar and was replaced by Muller, who over a year earlier had taken part in a secret mid-season test, as Porsche considered replacing da Costa early. But while Needle has remained between da Costa and Wehrlein this season, including a flare-up at the previous Tokyo round, it properly exploded into view in the final 10 laps of Sunday's ExCeL decider. The seeds of the London controversy, according to da Costa, were sown on Saturday, when Porsche went all out to ensure that Wehrlein was in place to take his 3rd victory of the season and put himself in the best position to execute his title tilt a day later. Muller's stout defence of position against Evans throughout the Saturday race appeared to set a tone to Jaguar for the Sunday action. That was when da Costa acknowledged that he didn't like what they did. That if you can't beat them, join them mentality ensured that Jaguar gave da Costa a mandate to infiltrate the Porsche ranks in Sunday's race, and he took to the task with relish, saying mid-battle with Wehrlein that they were just getting a taste of their own medicine and that they shouldn't f*** with me. The tension and irritation between the pair boiled over throughout the race as da Costa continued to try to bring his teammate Evans, who lost title momentum with an 8th place by dint of poor luck on Saturday, into play. That came to a head over 2 laps as da Costa backed Wehrlein into the pack, first aiding Evans to sweep around the pair and then a lap later allowing multiple cars to come through, briefly dropping Wehrlein from the live points lead, ultimately setting in motion the chain of events that decided the title. And even when the crown was finally secured, Wehrlein couldn't resist another bite over the team radio, calling da Costa a sore loser and an idiot as they battled one final time on the last lap. Da Costa and Wehrlein certainly don't have exclusivity on feuding in Formula E. Dennis's introduction to some of the roughhouse and dark art tactics came on his very first Formula E race weekend in 2021, when he was fed into the wall by Wehrlein. He didn't forget that, and several other contretemps occurred over the years, most memorably when Dennis was left fuming after Wehrlein appeared to compromise his charge to the 2023 title, also during a fraught finale at the ExCeL. This time around, the chaos that da Costa and others helped create so nearly opened the door for the title to be snatched from Wehrlein's grasp as Dennis's super safe energy charge was activated. He struggled in qualifying with the setup of his Andretti Porsche and started a lowly 16th, but a sweet strategy started to explode into life when he took his first attack mode and vaulted up the field. The needle between Wehrlein and Dennis is almost tangible when they get together, and by the time Dennis had got into a strong position and taken his second attack mode, he was battling with Wehrlein and ahead of the Porsche, which was also in the higher 350 kilowatt mode, when Wehrlein made contact first with Joel Ericsson's envisioned Jaguar and then with Dennis himself. That effectively eliminated Dennis and ensured that Wehrlein could afford not to score points and still be crowned champion. So, amid a sea of recriminations and ill feeling, it was Wehrlein who crossed the line in a lowly, battered and penalised 14th position to take his second title.